For all the latest updates, subscribe to News9.
Hi, you're watching News9 Digital. I'm Pratibha. I hope you're at home and absolutely safe and away from coronavirus. I'm here as always to give you the latest in terms of the number of cases that have been reported in India. We're inching closer towards the 15 lakh mark, which is extremely worrying. But I'm going to keep my focus on what's happening in Karnataka as well as Andhra Pradesh. These two states have crossed the grim milestone of 1 lakh cases each being reported, and it's quite a worry that the cases are increasing so rapidly in these two states. I'll begin with Karnataka because Karnataka until recently was known as a model state, but within weeks the things have changed completely, and now it almost looks like the situation could go out of control in the state. The first case of coronavirus was reported in Karnataka on March 8th, and it took 3.5 months almost for Karnataka to have 10,000 cases being reported. It was on June 24th, after 3.5 months, that we came to the 10,000 mark. But just less than a month later, that is by July 16th, Karnataka had 50,000 cases being reported. And cut to today, July 28th, we already have 1 lakh cases being reported. So as of now, the cases in Karnataka are doubling within almost 10 days, which is very worrying because it means that in another 10 days, Karnataka will have 2 lakh cases. So what went wrong? Well, to begin with, as much as I'd like to keep politics out of it, it's important to mention that while starting out, Karnataka did not have a plan in place. The Medical Education Minister, K. Sudhakar, and the Health Minister of the state, Sri Ramulu, did not meet eye to eye. And apart from that, there was different information, wrong information being given out by both the ministers, making it extremely confusing for the people of Karnataka. The Chief Minister could not do anything, and then Suresh Kumar was brought in. The Education Minister was giving out the information on coronavirus to the state, and after the SSLC examinations were going to start, R. Ashoka took charge. But even now, it's well known that these ministers do not get along well. In a pandemic situation like this, it is extremely important that the ministries work as a cohesive unit, but that's not happening in Karnataka. Other than that, on a bureaucratic level as well, there have been several mistakes. Contact tracing has become a big problem in Bengaluru and across Karnataka as well. We virtually stopped it in terms of what it was initially. For each person who tested positive, Karnataka was tracing about 47 people. But now it has been reduced to just 6 people, which means immediate family members of those who have tested positive are being traced and contacted, but not the other co-workers and several others who might have come in contact with these people who have tested positive. Apart from that, in terms of testing as well, there was a big lag in the test results coming out. When a person was taking a test for coronavirus, it took about 3 to 6 days for the test results to come out. And until then, the officials were not keeping a tab on these patients, which means they did not know whether they were positive or not. And since no one was keeping a tab on them and they did not know whether they were positive or not, they were moving around and also coming in touch with several other people, which in turn could have led to the spread of coronavirus. Now, what triggered it is also that until the national lockdown was in place, the situation was in control in Karnataka. But as soon as the lockdown restrictions were eased, Karnataka opened up its borders. People from Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, as well as Andhra Pradesh, which back then was also quite badly affected, people from these states started coming in. There was no testing, there was no mandatory quarantine rules initially, and this also caused a lot of problems. And without any testing, things seem to be spiraling out of control. So in Karnataka, these were some of the main issues that the government faced. Now, of course, the government is also trying to ensure that our contact tracing is much more effective. We also had problems, especially in Bengaluru, where several people in home quarantine had given out the wrong addresses, wrong numbers, and this made it a nightmare for the government to trace down all those who had tested positive. So these are some of the lessons that the government has learnt along the way. Of course, now the ministers are trying to work together. The BBMP has also ensured that the contact tracing becomes a lot more effective. These are some of the factors that Karnataka is taking in now, but one just hopes that it's not too late to be taking such strict measures. In terms of Andhra Pradesh as well, in the cases that were reported, initially there was a lag in testing, but now the testing has also been amplified, which is also one of the reasons why more people have tested positive. But effective measures have not been taken in ensuring a strict lockdown and also the contact tracing by the health authorities. Of course, these are some of the factors that the governments can do. The governments say that they are doing their best, but it's also up to you and me and everyone else in these states to stay responsible. So stay home and stay safe. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please join me with your comments as well on what you think. Where do you think Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh went wrong in the fight against coronavirus? Thank you so much. Please like, share and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.